Okay, your three most common punches for self-defense that I train in my academy are your jab, your cross, and your hook. Let's just learn those quick in case you've never done anything before. Right leg is forward, right hand is throwing. So I fire my jab. So it's a lead hand, linear or straight punch. I don't want to be circling out. They're very tight to your body. Boxers throw it where they roll their shoulder, their arm twists and it spirals. Now their shoulder's protecting their chin. I think it's fantastic. But if you don't have a lot of training, that spiral is going to be hard. So you can just throw it straight out. Try not to have your fist horizontal. You're in like bench pressing mode there. You're not going to feel your skeleton too much. But if you're like a jacked bodybuilder, like huge like Eric, right? Yeah, you might be able to back that up a little bit. But if the elbow's in, right? I like it 45 degrees. That's how I fire a single hand pistol. And my bow, it starts making sense, right? The cross punch, same idea. I'm covering my chin with my shoulder, so there's defense. I don't want to tuck my chin down just because of the mic, but I would like that. Okay, so here, and the hook punch is just that lead hand turning. I don't like throwing rear hook punches. I'll throw a rear overhand, but a rear hook punch is a haymaker to me, so I don't train it a lot. The lead hand. A lot of the boxing community right now is like, you should have your palm facing you. You should have your palm facing down. I don't give a shit. Do whatever feels better for you. If your elbow drops down and you throw like this, but you have a good guard, fantastic. I throw punches like this, palm facing me when I'm in tighter. When they're further away, now my palm faces down a little bit. I don't care, you do you. One thing I want you to focus on is pivoting on your feet, okay? Pivoting on the ball of your feet in particular, okay? So lift those feet up, build those calf muscles unlike me, okay? So I want you to think like my kickboxing coach used to tell me, there's a pole going through your head, sticking out your ass. You need to learn to rotate. Pivoting is gonna help you do that. When you're stepping in for that jab, maybe you rotate, maybe you don't, but you definitely have to rotate on the cross. You definitely have to rotate on that hook punch. Okay, so the ways that you can train it at home without punching too hard and just getting the base, he steps in for the jab lands, the cross hits, the hook hits. Very simple, very, very simple. Don't make it hard, right? Self-defense is about the basics. If you're worried about your knuckles, he can go palm strike, good. Now we're high-fiving, having fun. He cross punches. Now it's the old B slap going through. Notice the elbow came in a little bit on that one. That's why I train both. Don't get locked into black and white or right or wrong. Train what works, okay? So self-defense wise, when I was growing up, right, when you were defending yourself, okay, you'd put a lighter in your hand or you put a roll of pennies in your hand and it's an equalizer. I'm bigger and stronger, I'm probably not gonna need an equalizer as much. But Eric, being outweighed by almost 100 pounds, might need a little bit more gusto behind those punches. Okay, so he's kind of hiding those so I don't see them and hopefully the CCTV doesn't see it as well, right? So I'm stepping in on getting aggressive. He's drawing a line of safety. I can't let you get any closer. Thank you, Chael's son, and it's beautiful. I love it, it's succinct. So he verbally says that to me.
I can't let you get any closer.
I start stepping closer, he starts feeling in trouble. The first thought he needs to have is hit this big mofo with a jab. If the jab lands, the cross follows. Boom. There's a lot of times that if you miss the jab and you throw the cross, maybe you're gonna end up in the ground in a takedown now. So one drill I like to do is if he fires and he misses, he's gotta get out. See, he wanted to throw it. He's gotta get out because if he fires, maybe now I'm countering and doing other things to him. That's the hardest part though, especially because in a self-defense situation, you gotta commit. Right? You have to commit. If you're choosing to go in, you gotta go and you gotta go hard. Straight punches are gonna do that job. So I don't mind it, but you can add a little bit of martial arts training into your self-defense training. Okay, so simple, he fires, boom, he hits, he fires that cross, boom. Nice, there's a big difference with those combos. When he hit me without it before, it was like, oh, I feel his knuckles. There's a little oomph on that one, which is cool, okay? But let's say the big guy gets aggressive. You drew the line, right? And then all of a sudden I just start throwing this big ass haymaker at him. Okay, this is where I add in the karate or taekwondo, he blocks it. Like I'm throwing that full out, guys, right? I'm feeling a little bit of pain there, not really because my arms are tempered, but you know what I mean, okay? So before he eats the next haymaker that's coming at him, he's gotta be countering and hitting me with that. What was the concept of the jab? The jab lands, the cross follows. So if I'm here and the hook lands, boom, what comes next? The cross. Okay, this is why it's important to have your chin tucked down and your shoulder protect you. Because if I'm here and he throws, oh, yeah, it's okay, he's so excited to punch me today. Again, he blocks, the hook comes, I'm throwing this. Oh, his hand wasn't up. His hand wasn't on his face. He went into power mode. You have to think of those hands being up. So he blocks, yes, good, there you go, it's nice, right? If you have speed, if Eric has speed, then here he hits, and now the cross comes. Look, there's defense on that as well. So now this is where the boxing mentality of offense is defense can work for sure, right? But we have to be careful and we have to understand the timing of these things to make it work, okay? So jab, cross, hook concepts are what? Continue to fire if something lands. Okay, so to train at home again, he fires the jab, fires the cross, fires the hook. That's just gonna build his basics. You can also fire the jab, fire the cross, and then something comes out, you duck. Fire the cross again, right? Simple little things. He can fire the jab, fire the cross. I can fire a straight punch at him. He slips out of the way, fires the cross on the way back. When you have something in your hand, it helps you feel empowered, especially if you're a little bit smaller, especially if you're against somewhere bigger. But what is a good part of self-defense is understanding, do the laws and regulations of your country allow you to do that? Of your state, of your province, wherever you may live. Because some places say, no, that's a no-go. Some places say, I'm allowed to do this against a smaller guy. You have to know what works for you. These Kobo crushers or the Kobos are fantastic. And it's just a nice keychain you can hold in your pocket, right? Super simple. Simple is self-defense. Self-defense means staying safe.